Math Lesson 119. Okay, again, we see the place value representation, and let's just review just a little bit. This is the tenths position. It is one spot after the decimal point. We have the hundredths position. It is two spots after the decimal point. Then we have our thousandths, which is three spots after the decimal point. This number would be read 12 and 9/10. 4 and 20 hundredths. 6 and 5 hundredths. 2 and 524 thousandths. 8 and 1 thousandth. A representation, we see 4 that are shaded out of 10, 4/10, 0.4. Now we have divided our chart into 100, and 40 hundredths is the same as 4/10. Okay, and then taking one little piece and dividing it into another representation, we see that 400 thousandths is the same as 4/10. Okay, again, the same representation, this time 7 of them shaded. 7/10, 70 hundredths, and 700 thousandths. All the same thing. They are all equivalent. Okay, a number line representation. Okay, we can see that 3 1/2 is equal to 3 and 5/10. 3.4 would round to 3 because it is less than half. 3.7 would round to 4 because it is more than half. Halfway is right here, right in the middle. 5 is half of 10. 3.5, remember, if it's right smack dab in the middle, we always round up. Okay, a different sort of a number line here. I'm going into the hundredths position. Okay, and You can see how that's set up. This would be the numbers between 3 and 60 hundredths and 3 and 70 hundredths. Okay, these are little tiny pieces, really. Okay, 3.63 or 3 and 63 hundredths would round to 4. Why? Because 63 is more than half of 100. Half of 100 is 50. Okay, and of course that would also be 3.6. Why? Because when we look at that 3, it is less than 5. And so the number before it would stay the same. Okay, 3.68 would round to 7 because when we look at it, we look at that 8, it is more than 5. Therefore, this number here in the tens position would rise to 7. And you can see also on the number line that it's closer to that. Oh my, this one's quite complicated. We're getting into the thousandths place here. You can see that. It's not hard, though, to round them. Just would be hard to make. Okay, we have 3.651 or 3 and 651 thousandths. Okay, and we're going to need to round that off to 3.7. And again, if we're rounding to the tens position, we don't care about all the places that are there. We care about the number right after it, which would be the hundredths position. And in the hundredths position, we have a 5. That tells us the number before it would rise to a 7. 3 and 7/10 is how you would round that off. Okay, this one, if we were rounding it to the hundredths position, we would then have to look at the thousandths position. You look at the number right after it. That is a 6, which tells us to rise up the number that was right in front of it. It depends on the directions what you do to round. Okay, this one we're rounding to, can you tell me? What position is this? Yes, we are rounding to the hundredths position. Therefore, we have to look at the spot after it. The spot after it, there is a 4. There is a 4 in the thousandths position. 4 is less than 5. It's less than half. Therefore, this number would stay the same. Remember, we only ever stay the same or go up. 4 and below stay the same. 5 and above rise up. Okay, so this number here, if we're rounding, the instructions say round to the nearest tenth. Then we would go ahead and find the tenth, which is the 6. Look at the number next to it. The number next to it is 5. The rule says 5 or more rise up. So we rise up the 6 to 7. Okay, we could put many zeros on it. It would not change the value. Okay, putting numbers in order. This is easy to see, especially if you think of this as money. $2, $3, $2.80. Because remember, you can annex or add zeros to problems and not change them. I remember when my granddaddy had me add zeros to these, and I was like, well, that's easy. I wish my teacher had told me that. And I'm telling you, because I wished my teacher had. Just think of them as money. And therefore, $2, $2.80, and then $3. Okay, same thing here. Think of this as $1.18, $1.09, and $1.36. Should be very easy then to put them in order. Okay, now you run into a little difficulty, not too much, because you can think of this one as $5, $5.16, $5.10. You have to make sure same decimal places. You can add a decimal point and 2 zeros here and not change the value. This is 5 decimal point 00, still 5. And so you'd put those in order again. $5, $5.10, $5.16. Okay, and then ready to do your assignment. Thank you, 5th graders. I hope you have a good day.